What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae. The first, we're back again with another video. You already know we do that My Hero Academia every Friday morning. You already know it. You guys know the drill. If you're new to the channel, well, now you know. Last chapter was crazy. To me, I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it confirmed that we're going to have a part 2 for MHA, in my eyes, you know, because of the whole thing with All For One saying that he had friends in other countries. The fact that he referred to people as friends is crazy to me because All For One seemed like this egotistical, you know what I'm saying, selfish bastard, ultimately, you know. But since he said he has friends, it seems like he actually really have partners from across the seas and other countries and shit. Because I would have thought that maybe he would say some shit like, you know, I have my men in other countries or something like that. You know, that's usually how like a villain would say, you know, for their underlings, henchmen. But he's saying like he has friends. So he has kind of, I guess, equals in a sense. Because friends and peers is pretty much supposed to be equal. And yeah, after that we went to, Star and Stripes. She landed, and then Shigaraki pulled up on a Nomu, on a flying Nomu, and that's how that chapter pretty much ended. Well, first she said, "Who are you?" Pretty much, "Are you All For One?" And he said, "Who am I?" Indeed, quotations on the I, because who am I? Am I All For One or am I Shigaraki? So he's right now he's having like a split personality, I presume, or some shit like that. But we'll see what happens in this chapter. So let's get into this next chapter right now. Chapter 330. My Hero Academia. Let's get into it. Negative star. That is Shigaraki Tomura. It appears he can utilize EMP blasts as well. All units deployed force fields and disintegrate autopilots. Or autopilot. Roger that. Wing Commander Bravo. Chapter 330. Me and Myself. Shigaraki chapter. So it looks like requesting final confirmation. Do we engage or retreat? Only one option left. Smash. Copy that. Let's hope that at least one jet can make it back to the base. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to say in the intro. I think he's going to steal her quirk because of the fact that All For One even said, you know, just saying that she was just the world's strongest woman, saying how powerful she was, and I could get my hand on her quirk. You know, I feel like if he can't get one for all, I think this would be something that he can get. Whatever the fuck her quirk is, whenever he gets to shit, it's going to be crazy, and we're going to lose ultimately, and we're not going to win shit. So that's all I can say. But yeah, man, copy that. Let's hope that at least one jet can make it back to base. Take your formation. It's time to exterminate villain. Ooh, I love that paneling. Shit. Cause you see all the Nighthawks tilted and shit, and you can see like her speaking and the speech bubbles from everybody and all that, and it's all tilted as well, just to kind of show that they're tilted. And it just looks cool. It makes sense too. The rest of you fall in battle. If the rest of you fall in battle, I'll make sure to return your bodies to your family. She a real one, you know what I'm saying? It's her responsibility as strongest woman, U.S. #1 hero and all that. What is this weird sensation? Look at this panel. This panel right here with Shigaraki and that Nomu. This whole thing looks like a chapter end type panel. What is this weird sensation? I know for a fact that I'm Shigaraki Tomura, but at the same time, I am undoubtedly myself too. What the fuck does that mean? You said you're Shigaraki Tomura, but you said I'm undoubtedly myself too. Is that All For One speaking? And that one, since that one's more bold, that's really interesting. Really interesting. I don't know what to think of that. Radio waves, push. Since waking up, it's constantly been like this. Load up. Damn, that boy Shigaraki coming in. Star Strikes dodged it. That's a big ass radio wave. God damn. Who did you think going to get the first touch? Who do you think's gonna get the first touch in Miss America? Even if I knew other hidden abilities you have in store for me, I would have no need to prepare for them. She talking shit. that's what it truly means to be the strongest there is, boy. She called that nigga a boy. Okay, Shigaraki, you got to turn up on her. Atmosphere. Oh shit, this is her quirk. Stars and Stripes quirk. The atmosphere from here to 100 meters in front of me will cease to exist. What the whoa? Star, and you see a star silhouette. This paneling, oh my, look at the panels. What the fuck? After touching the target and calling his name, she is able to freely impose a new rule over it. Now perish. What the fuck? What kind of quirk? This is not no My Hero Academia power. This is some Bleach JJK type ability. What the fuck is this? I love it, but damn, this shit's OP as fuck. Now I see why I see why he want to get her quirk. That shit's OP as fuck. What the fuck? Hell no, man. Hell no. Wow. So my boy Mr. Twitchy's, he was kind of right, of her actually using stars. I didn't think she was gonna actually use stars. I thought her quirk was gonna be something different, but just her whole, persona or gimmick or just hero, gimmick would just be based off of, the United States Stars and Stripes. That's all I thought. I didn't really think she had like a star quirk, but it makes sense, why not? This shit's OP as fuck though. Wow, what a horrifying quirk. I wanted. Oh shit, he can't breathe or something? His eyes are getting bloody. What the fuck is she doing to him? Yeah, I guess she is suffocating him. That's probably the rule that she put on him. Any freak who's able to come all the way up here surely wouldn't be finished by just that. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even think that's the rule she's using on him. Because she didn't say nothing. They said she was supposed to, where did it say that? After touching a target and calling its name, she is free. Yeah, so she didn't say his name. So, and since it's called atmosphere, the quirk, or actually, no, it's not called atmosphere, but she's up in the air. I guess that has something to do with the quirk. That's why he doesn't have oxygen up there. That's interesting. Any freak who's able to come all the way up here surely wouldn't be finished by just that. Lasers, they firing them lasers at that boy. God damn. Direct hit. I think I brought him down. You idiot. I was the one who hit him first. It don't fucking matter. Shit. It's not over yet. Exactly. Reflection. Refraction. He just reflected that shit back at her. She caught that motherfucking, like, she said, I can hold lasers. She caught that motherfucker. God damn. The Japanese villain's body is regenerated. They don't go down without a fight. The vacuums come undone. Is this the limit of new order? Creak, creak. Now, this boy launched off of the normal into her, a super powerful aerial maneuver. Ha, just where I wanted you to be. She smacked the shit out of Shigaraki. And look at this fucking panel. The last time we seen panels this good was when we seen, well, actually, no. I was gonna say when we seen Lady Nagant versus Deku, but actually not. Last time we seen was when 1A was going against Deku. There was a lot of great panels there, especially like when Ida came in and jumped up and caught Deku and all that. That shit was dope. Shigaraki Tomura, Stars and Stripes is only able to create and maintain 2 different rules at a given time. Okay, I was gonna ask that, like, I wonder if she can keep doing it in succession or is there gonna be some kind of limit. I mean, of course it had to be a limit because this shit's hella OP. So 2 times, or 2 rules at a time. She uses the first one on herself at all times to grant her super strength. Makes sense. Although it is incomparable to All Might's, it still is quite the threat. Okay, so that's, so it's like she's essentially like an All Might. Or I guess look at it like this way. All Might's like a 10 out of 10 in terms of strength, and she's like probably like an 8 or something like that, or 7 to 8 out of 10. So she's like an All Might with a fucking OP ass quirk that's not supposed to be in his anime. Like I said, I love it. I'm just joking around. I love it though. But damn, this shit's OP as fuck. So she can do 2 rules at a time, and she usually puts 1 rule on herself. Oh, well, I was gonna ask. I wonder if of course she probably has done it without actually putting it on herself. That's why she knows this is the best way for her to do it, to put 1 on herself and then use 1 on somebody else rather than just to throw 2 at other people and not 1 to protect herself. So that's very smart. But I wonder if, like, against like Shigaraki or something, or offering, like, if 2 on them will probably work. But I guess it makes sense for her to kind of keep that physical durability and all that strength and all that to herself, and then use her rule. Just use like a very OP ass rule. That would make the most sense. Okay, a long time ago, I was saved by a Japanese exchange student while I was with my family near Santa Monica Pier. A runaway villain attacked us in our car. As I welcomed my death, I had only one thought left. Someone at least save my sister. I am here. Since then, those long strands of hair have been engraved into my soul, and he became my spiritual master. Okay, so she didn't really actually like become a student of his. She just idolized him, and like Deku, she's a big fan of him, and like Stain, kinda, not really. Stain is an extreme fan. He's a Stain. And so in order to contribute with even greater force towards the maintenance of world peace, I styled my hair just like his, but instead, look at his jacket too. I just realized plus ultra on it. That's cool. With 8 long strands, you gotta mix it up. You can't be just like your inspiration. You gotta switch it up a little bit. Just like Deku with the full cowling, not always using his hands, he's gonna use his legs. You gotta always create your own style. Everywhere I go, people wanna no bars, but no, y'all don't wanna hear it. Anyway, it's all about All Might. That's why he's the symbol of peace. Oh, and by the way, I both touched you and said your name. Shigaraki Tomura were to move, even if Shigaraki Tomura were to move even an inch from this point onwards, his heart will fucking stop. And look at the panel. I mean, the speech bubble is Stripes. Look at her face. She probably had one of my favorite faces in this fucking series. Look how she looked. She looked beautiful. Look at her. She does look very American comic-like. She reminds me of like some kind of Spider-Man comic faces, or like even Superman, Batman, shit like that. Horikoshi, that just goes to show he studies for one. I mean, of course he's American. I mean, that's My Hero is homage to like American comic books or superheroes and shit. But you can tell he actually takes notes, and he really wants to learn how to like draw different culture things kind of accurately. Like, for example, the character design for the movie, for that new movie or whatever for My Hero, the pharaoh looking guy from Egypt, which we did see in a chapter or two ago when they were talking about the other heroes in other countries. He looks like a pharaoh, and he's kind of like drawn like how they would draw on the walls, like on 2D on the walls, how like they would look back then, like the pharaoh, Anubis, and all that stuff. So it's really cool to see Horikoshi actually draw these characters within like their culture, or within their, you know, just the appropriate group of whatever medium it is, or in real life history and all that. Is hella dope in my opinion. But she looked beautiful. I really like her face. She probably has my favorite face. At least right there, the way she's making her face look, she looked clean as fuck. As soon as I opened my eyes, I could already tell. Become mine, dear brother. I am caught. That was an extremely perilous situation. Usually it would take me 2 months to recover and become me completely. But you're simply incredible, Tomura. Does he mean 2 months in terms of like if he actually was supposed to have 2 more months, or is he saying that he already did recover for the 2 months, but he's not fully recovered? And right now he's just kind of confused. But you do see that boy off one. I don't know if that's imagery or that's literally what's happening right now, because that's what's happening. That is sickening, seeing him coming out of his fucking body. Your hate, your destruction, your destructive impulses, they have exceeded anything me or the doctor could have ever imagined. If I were to quantify it, that's crazy they said weird. We're at around 97 or 98% right now. And remember what the fuck he did at 75%. He was fucking up Endeavor, Torino, Deku, Bakugo, all them niggas, man. Ozawa, Manual, Rocklock, or whatever. All them niggas that was there. We're almost one. Wow, so he really trying to fuse them. I did not see this coming necessarily. I thought that he was going to completely take over Shigaraki's body, but look like they're kind of fusing together. But we are neither All For One. See, we're neither All For One nor Shigaraki Tomura. This is from Dragon Ball Z's fusion shit. A completely new being is emerging from within. No, Shigaraki said no. It's not working. Is he not Shigaraki Tomura? Hate me. Nurture that hatred even more. Your hatred will give birth to our glorious future. Interesting. You see his hair. Is it getting longer, or is it like, it looks like it's kind of loosening, because it doesn't look like it's on his head, like straight up on his head. It all began at that home. Slowly his hatred accumulated. The fight reaches its conclusion, and there's just a big ass explosion in the air. And we're on a break next week. God damn it. Why does Horikoshi always have a cliffhanger with a fucking explosion? It didn't take a break. Oh, look at these color pages. Oh shit. Shit looking fine as hell. Anyway, I don't know how I feel about this, so they're fusing. I thought All For One was going to take over his body rather than them actually fusing together. That's interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I don't know. And then he's saying like the fact that he had all this hatred, this is pretty much why they got this far. Which makes sense. I feel like All For One technically didn't have that kind of hatred. I wonder why. Maybe he had some kind of, I don't want to say he had love for his brother, but all I know is that he doesn't have the same hatred that Shigaraki has. So that's why he was able to get this far. And I think that was just the whole barrier with All For One. He never got to where he truly wanted. So that's why he cultivated some kind of successor in Shigaraki. But my thing is that All For One, I don't know. Or maybe because he was kind of voided from everything. Like, he didn't have really emotions like that in terms of, like, sad, mad, happy. You know, he was just always very stoic. But, like, we're kind of happy, I guess. but never like extreme emotion. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like he's voided from extreme emotions. And Shigaraki, that nigga hates everything. He has the utmost, like the most emotion out of anybody in this show in terms of anything. But you know what? I still think a plot twist is going to happen because All For One never done some shit like this before. And he's saying that like your hate, your destructive impulses, they have exceeded anything me or the Doctor could ever have imagined. Just by him saying that, basically is confirming that obviously he's never done this shit before. At least from our knowledge, he's never done this shit before. So he don't know how this is going to actually go out. I wouldn't think. This is all theory because he said they have exceeded anything me or the Doctor could have ever imagined. So it's like they probably had their own, predictions of how it would be in the end. But, like, it exceeds it. Like he just said, it exceeds their imagination. So it's like, whatever they imagine. So it's like, Shigaraki, since he has all that hatred and essentially a very strong will due to that hatred, I still think he's going to take over the body back in the end somehow. I feel like maybe, you know what, too? Since Horikoshi's kind of, he's very much like misdirecting us a lot, and he's doing things that make it seem like something, but then it changed. And before I actually get into what I'm about to say, when I look back, All For One he was very flippy floppy about shit. He would say that this is for Tomura Shigaraki or whatever, and then he'll flip and say like it's for me to become like the demon lord or whatever. So he always made it very confusing, but now it makes sense because it's them fusing together and all that. But what I was about to say is that, remember how Deku had that talk with the One For All users? And I'm sorry if the sunlight's kind of distracting you guys. It's starting to come out now. But anyway, when Deku was talking to the One For All users, and they were talking about like whether or not like you have to kill Shigaraki or not, he says he wants to save him. That's just how he looks at Shigaraki, as that kid that didn't get saved that day and all that. And just knowing what he knows about him, that's what Deku wants to do deep down. But there's two things that I'm thinking. Now, I feel like this would push Deku even more to kill him. That's one thing. That I would think is closer to what, instead of him saving him like that. But also, he could also save him. But what I think is going to happen now is that he might essentially save him in terms of, I don't know how, maybe it could even just be motivating him to get his will back and get his, get his personality, get his identity back. Because this is his body. After all, this is his body. And he does have All For One. He has the real deal shit and all that. So what I'm thinking is that he might end up taking over, or not taking over. They might fuse. But when Deku ends up fighting him, I don't know if it's going to be now or later. I still think it's going to be a time skip and all that good stuff. But I feel like later on, when Deku fights him, he's going to essentially save Shigaraki from All For One and just being confined with All For One in the Vestige world. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to beat him physically there, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. But I also think that once you save him, Shigaraki's not going to accept that, and he's going to keep on continuing to fight with Deku. Because at this point, he can't really be, I truly don't know if he can be saved or not. But I feel like technically Deku will save him and have to kill him at the same time. So he's going to have to do both. I think they made it, they pitched it to us as like, it's like a choice whether or not, like, okay, you might have to kill him or you could save him. But I think it's going to be both. You can save him and kill him at the same time. Since Horikoshi literally just did this right now, he kind of mixed, All For One taking over the body, but switched it and flipped it into All For One actually fusing with Shigaraki, which is something I never even saw. You know what I'm saying? Because they said it's going to be a completely new person. That's how a fusion works. So, man, this is crazy. Let me know down below what you guys think about this chapter, though, and about this whole fusion thing. And explain it however you want to explain it. Your reasonings as to why you feel that way. But I need to talk to some people about this shit because this is very interesting. Wow. Then we're going to break for next week. God damn it, I want to get in. Ooh, I can't wait for that chapter. I cannot wait for that fucking chapter next, or the week after next. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think about this chapter. My reaction, my review, and all that good stuff. And like I tell you guys in every video, please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay clean. I'll see you guys all on Sunday for that JJK Jujutsu Kaisen. We're going to be into that. You already know. We read fire. We read raw shit. See, I'm fucking up my outro. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. In peace.